Where do they go from here? A little bit of spam down through stairs. The spike ticking away. Nags playing up close first. The dash come through, and you already see the spam coming through smokes as well. Meltzer still playing from backside as a couple of members of Cloud9 have fallen. Numbers in favor of KRU here. Zeppa, on the other side of the smoke, only getting one. That's a round for KRU.
I'm really worried here what Leaf is going to do, especially with Nax still in close mid.
Trailblazer cleared. There's the paranoia you were just referring to. 2 down. That's 3 down. As Cloud9, I cracked the round wide open.
And meanwhile, KRU's just trying to smoke off the turret to get out here while all that's going on. But when the main tip fails, I try to avoid this at all costs.
It seems like that's what KRU are doing. Seeker's invested. You hear the ult used. Rooney's getting the first onto Kesnet.
Leaf is here too. I don't know if they realize this.
Well, Nags may not have known, but he took care of him anyway. Seems like it's going to have to be a ferocious attempt to retake from Cloud9 in order to get this side back from KRU. They're up in numbers. They've taken their post-plant positions. The Seekers have been dealt with.
Both post plants that we've seen on this B side have gone to KRU. The pistol and that anti-eco, it was close.
Zeppa has a flash and Jake has a paranoia, so they have some tools to do this. But it's much like what we saw the last time we were in this position. The utility that KRU is using to delay is just so effective. But Zelsis finds an opening. Jake does too, and they get the sight back. Give Nags the... Well, never mind. It makes sense now.
And they've gotten the sight. So they go 1 for 1.
That paranoia does tag Nags, but Kesnet, excuse me, but Cloud9 haven't taken a ton of space. So you got to be careful because Nags is on the flank, and he is considered. He's dealt with a 3K from Jake to get Cloud9 to 3.
As long as possible, delay as long as possible.
And I think his positioning here is key because he has a Hunter's Fury. If Zelsis doesn't choose to invest a lockdown, there is a counter to that. So you've got to expect Zeppa to be able to push and guide him off of that because he knows where they're coming from, and there it is. The timing is perfect from Zeppa. He read it so well. Meltzer's now left alone in this 1v5. And that's all it's going to be.
Melzer. And again, that's his fourth first death, and he had a gun in this instance. They were hero rifling him up.
Leaf with the op, finding Nags. They've taken some tree control, and yeah, they've taken Jake down, but this looks like it should be relatively clean the rest of the way for Cloud9. They pop the blades, swing out, get the kill. Should read things out pretty nicely.
Jake's been in this position multiple times, but KRU has not actually had to face it.
Oh, the Seekers are so persistent. The flash on the other side of the smoke, and Jake looking to reposition, play a little bit closer, but Meltzer's timing is gorgeous.
It's just in time to get the players off. Leaf still finds a kill though, and despite everything, that looks like KRU should have been advantage. No, the early pick. Down in mid from Zelsis with the Odin.
Still has it. Still working his way out towards the site. He's up in heaven right now. Joined by the other 2 members of Cloud9. Meltzer playing down low. Leaf cleans him up, leaving Nax by himself.
Info just missed as they tuck themselves away on Cat. I think they know what's going on though, even still. Look at that one way from Jake.
Leaf has already crept his way over with the op still. Jake is close by. He just spotted one.
Great
cover, yeah. Leaf just covering for Jake, getting him out of a sticky situation. Very well done.
Look how fast that was too. As Jake gets washed up. It's just so perfect.
They managed to get the spike down. They have tree control too. All comes down, yeah, how well Davies can hold this.
Oh, they just closed the door late. They're gonna have to spend time breaking while they're fighting and pushing a pinch.
How does Leaf survive that? Kesnet takes down Zelsis. It all falls down onto Rooney, a 1v2. And time is of the essence. The dart cleared. He doesn't realize that there's somebody behind him. There's no way you consider something like that. Not in a situation like this. From Zelsis towards B, but KRU leaning A right now. Oh boy. Oh, I thought he was gonna get more. Zeppa does. He cleans it up.
Down A.
And so the intention there from KRU is to actually use this space while there's no smoke to try to find a pick onto the 2 players who were on A, which is a good idea. But Cloud9 is just facing them anyways, and they net themselves a huge advantage in this round. When KRU was looking to strike, this is going to be terrible if KRU lose this round. I mean, they're going to get reset economically. They're going to go back down to only the 1.9K that you get in this instance.
The moment's so heavy, but they're so painfully outnumbered. And it's just gone from bad to worse. Meltzer had to use his ult just to recover the spike to get them into a decent situation. But he seems to have found a timing to be able to get the spike down. Rooney playing this a bit more safely, takes a step back, allows B to go up, knowing they're up in numbers.
And he missed the silent jump there, which forces him to just go for the plant instead. He could have maybe found a sneak attack onto Rooney.
That flashback sight confirming that he isn't out proper and he's got to be exactly where that molly is. Now 54 HP for the remaining member of crew. And a shorty in the face. Cleans him up. Nothing to have to clear the dart. He's still in a good position. It looks like he's just waiting for that flash to come through, knowing what could be on the other side, but Davies doesn't have one. All he had was that knife. There it is, the dash out into the cloudburst. He tries to fill the space, but he's already dead.
What's going on?
Leafs looking for another. There it is. He needed the shorty kill and he got it. That's on the other side of his wall. Spots a shoulder. Not able to land the shot. Has to get away. The Hunter's Fury invested from Klaus.
No tags.
No, nothing at all.
Seekers as well to delay. They get the information set up. And Jake perfectly.
What a cheeky spot. They invested the Trailblazer and everything because they wanted to take this fight to crew.
Crew's not quite done with it yet. Despite the fact that Klaus missed every single pulse. Lockdown may be spammable if Rooney gets close enough, but Kesnet just jumps up. And we've got a game yet, 8-4. Finally breaking that turret. Zeppa with a frenzy. They don't check this.
They know now. Oh, dear. Well.
But this is taking so much time. I mean, we've already spent like 20 seconds just getting these players up into B main right now.
Yeah, just setting up for the fight. You're right.
And he's already ready for the, I mean, Leaf is already marking out, pinging where the dart is going to land because he knows where Klaus is coming from.
There it is.
He missed it. Just went off the map.
Time is so short right now. I don't know that crew are going to have enough time to do this. And now with Leaf still playing on site. They desperately needed the pistol, and it does not go their way.
Statistically, I mean, they've definitely beat up on some teams. Like Lev. How does he get that? I mean, Davies definitely over-peaking, trying to get that knife out for some reason, instead of just using a safer approach. And they get it before that knife even pops. They break the knife, too. I mean, just ridiculous. An orb also added into this execute. There's still 2 players here, though. And I'm wondering if they collected information about the Odin on the other side of the map. There, again, remember, we talked about how crew went for this pick. Same outcome, though, this time for crew.
Leaf, blades online.
Right-click him, maybe.
He wants to go.
Ooh.
And Zeppa swings out at the same time. Once again, you're seeing dynamic peaks out from Cloud9, overwhelming the opposition. 2v2 here. Cloud9 have gotten the site. They have the spike. They are getting it planted.
Spike planted.
A Phantom and an Odin in the hands of the defense. And the drone now out.
Oh, no. Zeppa can't get spammed here. Ooh.
Ow, just barely. Still a dart for Klaus. He's looking for another target, anyone to get lit up. He can bring the pain and punish, but Leaf with 3. The Guardian still in play. Nags gets it to a 1v1, but Zeppa cleans it up.
The 2 gun rounds on that defense.
It's been brutal scenes. Kesnet with the Guardian trying to find an early pick as Cloud9 trampled their way forward, and Leaf does eventually fall. But now without Melser meeting his death either. Crew just so far away here. Nax is still just working across the middle of the map, and Kesnet's left in this fight where he's having to deal with so many different targets without any help.
I mean, there's a flood attempt there from crew, but it's splintered because of the mollies from Rooney. Finally, he falls, and they're going to try to push this lockdown.
Oh, Jake.
Success so far.
3v2. Cloud9 gotten it down to a 2v2 now. Zelsis still dancing around. Not many bullets left in the clip. And it's all going to be on to Zelsis. Takes a step back. Gets pressured. Still finds time to reload. Davies, half, pulls off. Zelsis with the Red Bull clutch. But even if Nags gets, I mean, it's considered. The Trailblazer was well done.
And look at the pivot back immediately, and there's no info here for crew. The smoke as well. Just got placed down on both sides.
The benefit is Melser does have his ult too, so they can flip map. Potentially, if need be.
Right now, they're walking inside a spawn. They're completely unsure about where they are.
Yeah.
Now with the spike coming, they're going to start to realize. But because they've walked all this way, they could surprise them out of heaven right now. Still, Rooney with this molly. It's such good delay.
He still has 1 molly. Zelsis still has 2 nanos and the turret.
And the wall's going to come back up too. Fuel takes a long time in this patch. But with that molly, it pushes them back, and he's probably going to activate now.
And time just ticks away. Desperation for the side of crew. And a huge moment. It's going to fall down to a 1v1. Rooney is pit.
Fake TP.
Can't imagine he uses it here. Tucks on the angle, waiting for the swing, and Rooney wins it out. The 3K to get Cloud9 map 1. Till this point, but they have finally met an obstacle, an opponent that seems to be able to slow them down, and it's because of things like that. They even had the nano prep for where they thought Kesnet was going to updraft onto, and it was perfect.
Yeah, delays any plant too. They will finally get it down, but they've used a lot to get to this position and see if they can actually get the kills in the back of sight. Yes, they are.
Well done by Nags and Meltzer, but they need to find more. Nags' position there is so pretty. Just tucking barely behind that corner of the wall so you can isolate the gunfights.
And even before that, those initial volley of kills, the first 2 landed on Zeppa and Celsius.
Poison's off.
That was 2 key people to retake in this instance. He had the Cove. That was basically their only shot now. Jake is... Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's flashing dead. You're absolutely right.
The dog still use the Trailblazer. Now they're not going to be able to actually scale up behind this Viper wall at this point.
And that's exactly where Cloud9 are. The pop flash on the other side, and all 3 of them are standing there, but they somehow still get every kill.
That's the type of thing that Cloud9 has huge success with, and you can tell they're really confident in it. But in this instance, when they already got some key pieces of util out, you should probably allow this to play slightly differently. Leaves Leaf and Rooney in a tough position.
He's gotten it to be interesting. 45 HP though. Rooney still close by.
I suggest you move.
Wow.
They invest the Reckoning early here. He has to dance around the pulses of the ult, the Viper utility, and the bullets from Nags too, and it's just way too much to deal with. Rooney's not able to do much more.
20 seconds right now. Celsius can do it all. Rooney still has mollies here as well. All the delay right now.
And that might be what comps. He still has a way to get out. He still has a way to tuck to safety, reposition, live to fight another day, and that day is now, but he's not able to get a single kill. Delays for just a moment, but the spike still goes down. Klaus weak. Now Cloud9 with 3 members remaining have to try to take this back. Crew have assumed their post-plant positions. They've gotten backside. They have 2 playing there, and Klaus and Meltzer. How do Cloud9 get back into this? Wait out some of the utility and then decide to pounce and go, but Zeppa gets dealt with execution style. Cloud9 falls. That's a 5th round in a row for Crew.
Quite a lot. Look how far out they are, though.
Jake feeling some pressure. He is a Guardian. He was one of the few real differences when it comes to weaponry other than pistols, and it falls. Picked up by Celsius.
Oh no, he's spammable here.
Yeah.
Ball stunned up. No plant coming in yet for Crew, though, so quite a lot of time wasted. Klaus is working the site beautifully, though.
These blades could be everything here. Zappa's gotten one too. The Cove protecting Meltzer for now. That flash in his face. Does he go? Doesn't have any mobility, really. He has to wait it out. As soon as he looks down for the cloud burst, he gets swung on. Pit in, Leaf down.
A strong performance from Kesnet.
This might be where the spark starts. This might be where the momentum begins. The Reckoning invested from Cloud9 as it seems like Crew are trying to take this site with Reckoning of their own. You see them pass by one another. Ult still in play. Jake trying to hold them back on his own. And Davies just clotheslines them.
Really good pinch there. And again, a 20-second plant. Lockdown invested. That's really not going to gain them that much, especially with this counter lockdown plays from Davies.
Feels like it's just going to throw a pause on the round for a little bit.
Oh, he's going to try to get half.
He's going to be ahead of it here.
Yeah, he gets
gotten it to
half. He's detained now, though. They're going to definitely take him out in Nart.
There it is, the easiest kill of Meltzer's life. Rooney and Celsius.
They have a Cove. This Cove could easily get another half here. End the round.
And it seems like that's what he's trying to do, but it instantly gets taken care of. You see the nanos are all set up. Celsius made an attempt on it. Now he's left alone. He's got a tap. He's gotten it down to 1. I thought the transfer was there, but Nags cleans it up again.
Reckoning as well. Used actually to clear some of aim in there. And Cloud9 is completely committing towards this B side because they already know they want to save the op online.
Blocking fire.
But once again, a gamble that does not pay off. Surprising to see them make it too with the pit there. I would have expected to somebody get ahead of the play over here towards A. And Crew's gonna hunt.
I mean, they've got the money for it. You see it on the right side of your screen there. Everyone sitting comfortable.
Okay.
So yeah, go hunt. Go see what weapons you can take out of the hands of Cloud9, who are already down, who are already beaten. Perhaps you can put him 6 feet under. What can Cloud9 do? I mean, this is so desperate. They need to preserve these weapons. One is already fallen. That's the second. It's all into Jake now, and he's got the big one. Can he stay alive? Can he keep the position given away? Feeling some pressure. Melser up high, and the up is down.
It's a glass cannon. Guardian. This is ridiculous.
Note that Zelsis, because he was able to get that orb, he has the Reckoning online, so they've both invested Seekers. Zelsis still with his ult.
Wow. Great job from Zelsis there to actually deny this pinch. The Reckoning's coming in as well. They're going to have to force him to spawn here. Is it going to work out from KRU? Yes! Both kills.
Rooney really, and Leaf were both in such a good spot to trap KRU in with the Reckoning, just causing havoc above them. But they were just pushed over.
Look at this insert too as well. Nags is coming into the backside right here in A main. He's going to be able to pinch these two players on site so easily.
It's all about these fights that are happening on site, and you have to keep an eye on the clock too, because Jake, who's now going to be showing up on this late flank, by the time he arrives, the play's over.
Look at the discipline out of KRU. They could have continued to push into spawn there and actually rotate over towards B. Instead, they wait for that long flank to come in from Davies. Clinical.
Where was this KRU?
Instead, it's looking incredibly well drilled. Even the reaction there. And there's a first pick.
It's interesting too, this cascade is so deep, the one that Zelsis just used, and they filled behind it.
Doug, I have to say it at this point. We are approaching the territory where this is going to be a 13-0 for KRU. Maybe a flawless half. Lockdown's gone out. The crowd is asking for the 13-0.
It certainly has all the makings of it. This will inevitably be the route. No, never mind. Never mind.
There's time here. They're not going to be able to punish Leaf at all, but he gets stunned up with this too. Time running down.
2 back there. You see the first
Leaf
nano
has
has been
knives.
used.
Oh, what a flash.
Flash out from Klaus. They're both right next to each other. Leaf getting one with the blades, the second not falling. And that's 12 for KRU.
On Cloud9 right now, the players are rotating over towards A while the one Harbor is investigating what's going on B. He hears him now running back. Melzer gets a free kill here.
Unless Jake does something about it. He does. Problem is, it's not Nags. Final boss is still up. Look at the aggressive position that they've taken. Again, 2 members down for Cloud9, just like that.
The time is ticking though. They got it clear. Oh, flash up.
Dude, what on earth did we just watch?
And somehow it's a 3v2. Kesna gets it. 3v1 Leaf to hold off the 13-0.
To avoid being on the wrong side of history, he's gotten into a 1v1, 15 HP left.
There's no time right now for Klaus. He has to make a play.
He's got to push it. Oh, he decides to go back. He decides to go back, and Leaf's just playing with him. Can he get the kill? Oh, 13. Oh, avoided.
On Leaf. No pressure down below. What a swing. And that is, I mean, you just took down the most important player. What a play from Nags. And the confidence to go for that is crazy high.
I mean, after the first half that he had, I don't know that I blame him. Yeah, he's been quiet the last 4 rounds, but
both Seekers popped right now, and a lot of them went towards that A side, but they were very close to it, so I don't think you expect many more. Meanwhile, the Seeker is coming all the way towards this B side for KRU from Klaus.
I mean, even the timing on KRU's utility here, Melser gets the high tide up right before the Viper wall goes down. So there's no gap in coverage. But now Cloud9 using some of their own.
I like this from Zelsis, a very shallow wall so that he could potentially get this plant down with 25 seconds is really important. Cove can be used. Followed up high cascade as well so they could push backside.
And still playing in an unconventional position. Melser looking to get the second, somehow does. This might be it.
This is it.
Yeah, they finally put them away.
All you got to do is take down one singular Leaf.
Oh. All right. Rooney made it exciting at the end there, but a little labored. KRU finally take down Cloud9 on Pearl.
Normally you see Viper Harbor being played, but instead, Jake's still sticking with this Omen. Insta B hit here from KRU. And once again, it's going to be a full 5v5 retake that you're seeing fast from Cloud9 here. The Trailblazer comes in, the Paranoia as well. They could easily start to tap this early.
I didn't think they were going to commit to this, but they flash out. They want to take the fight. They're going to push out mid. Holy smokes, Jake!
He's midair.
That was gross.
And they're sticking. No, they're sticking.
What?
One right there, exactly.
How are they going to get past that? Well, they just cleared out. And that's going to raise the alarm. Snag's turning around, waiting for Leaf, cleans him up. And are you expecting two? Because right now, Jake is in a really good position to make a play.
Spike planted.
Just trying to bait him in there. Look at this. They're both out right now. Backside. Jake does a great job just waiting for that push back up from Nags.
And you expect him to try to be pacey in that situation, but it's going to be all on Jake to clean this up by himself. A flash in his face. The turn is there. And 3 swing.
So coming through spawn is going to be really difficult. They're not looking for Gravwells to get off the spike. Instead, they're trying to delay them and come out.
I mean, there's really no easy way to get in. You can't really get in through spawn. You can't get in through garage. But Jake invests the ult anyway, and now he's going to drop the paranoia, and they want to try to funnel out. Leaf has blades. Nano clearing out backside. The blades have to be good, and they just weren't.
One enemy remaining.
An attempt. Averaging 1 every 3.
That's crazy.
I've got your
Want to go B, and they're going to push into some of this utility. There you see the Seekers that were just cleared out. Kesnet takes the high ground. And maybe, yeah, they use Zelsis's lockdown for an attempt at a retake here.
This might be nadeable here, but no, Kesnet's going to get off, and he has the showstopper to get back in this. 2 stars already on the spike. They've got mollies as well.
Leaf has dashed his way forward so aggressively. There it is, showstopper on. Is it going to connect? It does onto Zeppa. 5v3 in favor of KRU.
Consistently hitting those where others are missing.
Leaf having to make a big play here, and they're going to swing into 4. They've got the smoke to cover one side, and they've cleaned them up. But KRU with the counter punch, leaving Rooney alone, and he falls as well. They're going to push their way into B once again, and you see the Sentinels. The plan is still the same, but this time, Zelsis seems to be able to hold them back. The spike sitting on the other side of the wall, on the other side of the smoke.
Here.
A little bit of an error there from KRU, thinking that they can get through with that boom bot, but instead, they didn't really consider the change that this makes once this Viper wall has been shifted over here.
This is brutal. There are no flashes to pop out of. There's no nothing. You just have to take this drive, and you're done. There's no way through that. This was fully tethered there. He had
You should run.
the TP to get out from it. He's not able to do anything with it. Meanwhile, the lockdown invested from the attacking side.
Oh.
But it leaves some gaps.
Leaf has a gap in long, too. This is crazy. You never expect this. He might have made noise, though.
Even if he did, it doesn't matter. Klaus, though, cleans
Hello? Hello? Oh, my goodness.
Dead. He's so stuck. Klaus with 2 big kills there. Now Seekers used the 3v3 here. Spike does manage to go down. How do Cloud9 burst their way back into this? You have Zelsis. Seems to be the tip of the spear. He's made a couple of big plays so far. Kesnet with the satchel. Zelsis is dead. Just 2 remain, and it quickly turns into 1. Rooney in a 1v3. Kesnet and Klaus both weak. There's still so much to do here for Rooney, for the Viper, who's weak himself. No one dare challenge. No one dare swing. There's the first, waiting for it.
There's 2 Sentinels on the side of KRU right now.
Well, you see the trap setup already. Look at that.
Nade, Gravwell.
And there are 4 who are pinching in. They're just on the other side of the smoke.
Denies it, yeah. I mean, they're going to walk up into...
There's no pop flash on the other side of it. There's no nothing. They just take the fight. And of course, it's 2 controllers who walk away with 2 kills.
Oh, Zeppa, those frenzies for him, man. It's always getting 1.
How does Kesnet still get another there?
And Davies was just locking down the rest of the map, by the way. Just the KJ util on B, and then Davies on C. Everybody else towards the A side, and somehow, someway, Cloud9, despite losing the first 2, come out on top, and the dog spots him.
Yeah, I thought there may have been a window there for Davies to tuck up into stairs and avoid the Trailblazer, but he gets spotted, and then the flash in his face, too, and then you're going to have to face 2 players from KRU.
And the frenzy of Zeppa just doesn't lose in these corners too up close.
Yeah. Although that is an ominous thing to say. It does not.
So can go for 1 early kill.
He's covered his flanks. He gets the early kill. Doesn't instantly teleport out. He's still playing around this. Now playing outside of his tether. Jake dead, and Melser's causing problems from Platt.
And look, the trademark actually finds value too.
Huge round out from Melser.
We finally see a straight up execute and fight here from Cloud9, and it gets absolutely demolished by...
This doesn't feel secure.
No plant yet. They also have a Cosmic Divide for the retake, and you're looking at Melser flirting with the possibility of going for a flank through Garage.
Meanwhile, you see Rooney considering the flank potentially towards A, but that's not where it's coming from. They've got the turret out. from Zelsys to consider that side from Garage, but I think if Rooney's going to make a play here on A, he's got to be pacey about it.
And they can't get off the site right now.
No, they're stuck.
They're giving up behind the Cosmic Divide right now.
Perhaps realizing that it's going to dissipate here soon, but Rooney's flank is covered.
With the flank pressure too from Elzer, there's no way you can get back at fighting through this Cosmic Divide. Zelsys is going to make an attempt at it, but
moment. You highlighted it a few rounds ago. There's the focus. There's the dump of utility. Look at Zeppo playing on the inside of that smoke too. Popping a flash. It's all delay. Delay, delay, delay. How does KRU get back in? Just like that, I guess they've been able to get 2 big kills. Jake looking up into the heavens to see if he can take one down with him, but no, he falls.
Spam is missing. No way.
Axie's gonna get it the whole way. There's nothing Rooney can do here. Gets the kills, but it does not matter. The round is done. Focus on this fight mid. This has the potential for danger once more, but Nags does eventually take one. You see this ping-ponging of kills back and forth.
Your trail.
It's just crazy. Zeppa pops the Seekers though. Kesnet has an opportunity to maybe try to get through it.
He has Showstopper. He has 2 satchels. And he delays the plant for just a moment. But what can Zeppa do?
Oh, gosh.
His timing here is huge. Gets 1 kill. Still 1 more to be found. Davies up close with the op.
You got the stun.
He's been spotted. Switches over. Much more of a mid-range weapon. Still has so much to do before him. The alarm bot gonna give his position away. The double face! And Davies takes him down!
Here.
An outrageous possibility, but Jay can snatch them back, and he can do it on his own. He gets 2 there. Zelsys with another counter. Now Pit invested. Bit of room for Rooney to work. Maybe Nags can make a play. Of course, it's going to be Nags. He's gotten it down to a 2v2. It's still up. Nags with another.
No way. The lockdown going to be invested.
Rooney has to push this. He's got to go. Well considered by Nags. The tuck though clears it out. There's the swing. He's gotten it down to 1v1.
Oh no.
Where's Davies? Just on the